Hey, hi everybody.
Hey everyone.
Here we are. It's 1 o'clock in Ohio.
Yep.
I believe it's 11 o'clock in Utah. There's
Okay.
a hint of what's happening. What do you think of our new logo?
I love the new logo.
So do I. And you know what? I had a couple of requests. And
Okay.
you don't know about them. You're going to hear about them just like everybody else is. I
Okay.
had a request of they would like to have a hat with that on it.
Oh, that would be cute.
And you are the development director.
Okay. I guess
Okay.
I'm hearing about these requests.
There you have it. Oh boy. So we have we're gonna get going here in a second. Hi, William. Hi, Gay Arliss from Mississippi. Hello down there. Hi, Karen, and hi, Greg. Hey, wait a minute, Greg. Okay, anyway, hi, Greg. Well, hi, Bud from Ohio. Yeah, we've got somebody else in Ohio too.
Yeah, we've got a couple people from Ohio.
Yeah, and we got Tony from Colorado watching, and Charlie. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. We have an excellent graphic design person, Debbie. She just does amazing work. And
Yes.
And Karen, hi from Tennessee. Yeah, hi, Maribel from Virginia, and Jill from Ohio. Yeah, and 12 there in Tennessee. And there's Nancy. Hi, Nancy. I was worried.
Nancy.
I was getting worried. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Jessica in Maine. Wow. Okay, now if we start saying hi to everybody, we won't have a show.
Oh, but wait.
Everybody.
I got to pull that up. A hat to match the NGPR sweatshirt.
There you go.
So yep, I've got my sweatshirt on today.
That's right. And mine's over there. Anyway, we got a really good show today. And we have Ollie here. He's in New York. And we have Noel here. And oh boy, we've got a big surprise from Utah, don't we?
We do.
Awesome news. So let's just get right into it. We're going to bring one of our neediest cases up, and that's Noel. All right. Now, hi, Judy, and hi, Noel. Look at this girl.
Look at her. She has the sweetest face.
She does. Now, when we got her, the animal control down there, in Tennessee, they knew something wasn't right, but they thought it could have been neurological. So they had a vet come out with no x-rays, granted, and they thought she just had hip dysplasia, which is not uncommon for this breed.
Right.
And so then we get her, and I'm going to pass this over to her foster mom, Judy, now, because her and her husband, they drove quite a way to pick her up. So Judy, you're up. Can you talk to us?
Yeah, she is absolutely one of the sweetest dogs I've ever met. She just rarely barks. She loves to be petted. She eats well. She just has a hard time getting up, and it just kind of breaks your heart to see her struggling. Her back legs, her hips, or you can tell there's not much muscle there because it's very painful for her to get up. But she gets along really well with our other dogs. They're kind of being really gentle with her.
It's always amazing to me how the other dogs just kind of know, you know, just take care of them.
Hovering over her.
Who is that?
Yeah.
So who was that dog?
Meg.
That was Meg. She's your Maremma from NGPR Kennel alumni, right?
Right.
Cool.
She was part of the Christmas litter, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. Nutmeg.
Nutmeg, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. And there was, they were such a neat group.
It was Snow Angel, Snowflake, and Snowball. The lone boy was Nick.
Yep. And Holly.
And Holly. So there were 6 of them total.
Yeah.
Now, as it turns out, Judy took her to our vet, and the hips apparently look good. She has bilateral ACL tears, is what our surgeon said, and she has surgery up and coming The first appointment we could get, which is what, middle of March or end of March, Judy?
March 26th.
March 26th.
Yeah.
And that's a $6,000 surgery.
Yeah.
So
look at that.
boy, we have somebody caring for her. And how does Archie like her?
Archie, he's fine. He's look, she wants more petting. She's got the paws.
I see that. How old is she?
She's 3, they think.
All right. And she doesn't weigh very much. And because of that, the orthopedic surgeon is going to do surgeries on both knees at the same time. So
we're wondering how that's going to work, but we're going to work with it. We've got her a nice mattress in her crate over there that she likes very much.
Yes.
So,
and you got a big crate over there, don't you? You got a 54 inch, don't you?
Yeah. It's a little condominium over there.
And,
but it'll be a nice recovery place for her.
Yeah.
It'll be a perfect recovery spot for her.
Yeah.
So that being said, you can go, see Noelle also on our neediest cases list. And I believe we have a little video of her, don't we?
Yeah, we do. That was when she was outside. I wanted you to be able to, just has her back end kind of wobbles on her.
Look at that tail wag.
That took a few days, but now she's always really happy when we come home.
She has a wiggly little butt.
She does. The whole back end wiggles.
Yeah.
And she can do the side step.
Yes. But you can see it's weak back there.
Yeah, it's very weak.
Yeah.
Oh,
there she is. She's a sweetheart.
So I have to bring this up real quick, Steve. Nancy has Holly, and she wanted to make sure that Holly said hi to her. Holly said hi to her sister Meg.
Oh,
wow, that's awesome.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, because Barbara fostered Holly, and and that's where she went, was to Nancy. Wow, thanks for joining us, Nancy. This is awesome.
Maybe we'll have to do a Kentucky 6 reunion show one day.
That would be very fun.
And also, too, Gloria, she's down in Kentucky, and she got hit pretty hard with ice.
Yes.
And she, I got to bring this up. Her power came back on just in time to watch the show.
She gets to see the beautiful Noelle. And Gloria, I'm so glad your power is back on, and so glad for everybody down there.
And so now, and hello, Shannon. She's down there in Kentucky, Indiana border, Ohio border, I mean.
Yeah.
And we got Biff out here, and Biff and Brenda in Oxley. And Roger's in Arkansas. Hi, Roger.
And just a little news to share. She said her Pyr Sunny had a double TPLO surgery and did really well with it.
Oh, I would like to know how that recovery is.
Yeah, so maybe you guys can hook up after the show and talk a little bit about that.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah.
And we should talk a little bit about so the neediest cases, you can donate when you go out there. Noelle's surgery, if I remember right, the estimate was around $6,000.
$6,000 to $6,400.
Yeah. So she needs donations. We need to be able to get her that surgery and get her legs taken care of.
That is correct.
Because look at that face. She's just so sweet.
And if you go to nationalpyr.org/neediest cases, the 2021 will automatically come up right now.
Yes.
She's right on top. And there's also a donate now button right there.
There sure is.
And so, like I said, her surgery is between $6,000 and $6,400. And it's not often we get to have one of our neediest cases on ahead of time.
Yes.
And this is awesome. You guys drove all the way to Tennessee to get her, didn't you, Judy?
We went to Bowling Green, Kentucky, which was
went to Bowling Green,
4.5 hours. And then we brought back Nana, another one that went to Foster in Beaver Creek, Ohio. We dropped her off.
Angie has Nana.
Yep.
We'll get Nana up here.
We will.
She was sweet too.
And all right. So
just that face. So if you guys, if you are so inclined or so moved, every little bit helps. You can donate $5, $10, $50, whatever you want to donate, but every little bit helps us reach our goal because we like to have that money raised for her surgery.
Yes, and we have to do that. And
Yes.
and like she said, the surgery's on, I believe you said the 26th of March.
That's right.
So so we got to start saving up now.
Yep.
Right. So anyway, all right, we're not going to keep you on, Judy. We know we know she gets tired quickly, and
Yeah.
and we really, really, really appreciate it. We got Roman's down there now. We got to bring him up, and because he's got a job to do too. And he's gonna reach through the screen and slap me. But I deserve it. It's been a while since it's been done. So anyway, all right, Judy, thank you for fostering her, and thank you for being so patient. And I believe I'm going to be driving out and visiting you after the show, aren't I?
I'm planning on it. Don't forget.
I got to bring her some meds. So yeah, I get to see Meg again too.
Oh, and you'll get to meet her in person.
I'll get to meet her in person. Absolutely. So that's awesome. I like that. All right, Judy, I'm going to take you back down. You're more than welcome to watch the show from the green room, the rest of it. But if you elect to do that and I see something cute going on, you're coming back up with no warning.
And I should add, Judy, Addie said just to find her on Facebook, and maybe you guys can talk a little bit about the recovery.
Okay. Can you maybe text me her name or something?
Well, look at
you'll be able
comments.
to find it in the comments.
Yeah, that's in the comment section on the show. Okay.
Yep.
So, anyway, all right, we're going to thank you, Judy. We got to bring Roman up here. And boy, I tell you, she's
so cute.
That is one cute dog.
It is.
Now, I guess I got to ask Roman, do you have that sheet up there where you can read it, or do you want me to read you the question?
Read the questions.
I sure can. I've got it up right here. All right. Now this question was actually from last week, and we didn't have time to get to it. Okay, because it was a big show last week with 10 dogs on.
Yeah.
So here's it says, my Pyrenees wants to nip at the back of only certain visitors' feet. Not everybody. Delivery people and some friends. Also biting at tires on moving cars as they come by and go down our driveway. How can I stop him?
Well, it's a broad explanation. I really try to keep it kind of short and essential.
Okay.
First of all, we have a guardian breed, and a gentle reminder: what is the job of a guardian breed? To recognize what is a threat and what is not a threat, what is considered safe and what's considered unsafe, what is considered a family and what's considered a predator. So how does the dog make that distinction? What does the dog need as a tool to do that? Let's say, for example, what do you need to make a difference between somebody who you trust and somebody you don't trust? You have to build a relationship very quickly. Hey, hi, I'm your neighbor. Okay. We have a neighbor's relationship. Okay. Hi, I'm the one who delivered your package. I don't need to build a relationship. Just leave the damn package down there and leave. Goodbye. Thank you for not damaging it. Okay. So from a dog's perspective, those people are disrespectful. They come in, they invade our property, they do things and then leave. The dog doesn't see the package because it's behind closed doors. So technically speaking, the dog really doesn't know what the guy does that wears a green coat, drives a big truck, and makes all these noises, right? So now I have a dog, and the dog sees a pattern. Sound of the truck, driveway coming up, person gets out of the truck, comes over, does something, makes some noise, and runs out of the way. In the meantime, the dog already reacts to that. So we have a functional behavior. Bark, 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 stay off my property. And this guy walks away. Yes, I did it. Now the dog is being rewarded by this behavior because the person literally left because the dog was barking. Right? Can you prove it differently? Would you prove it that your dog didn't bark and the person would stay there? No, the dog barked, the person left. That's it. That's the fact. Right? No, dogs don't have a logic, and telling him, hey, that's the driver. He comes back every day, dude. He doesn't get that because dogs have a way of perceiving information that is not connected to logic. And let me explain you the logic for you guys who are not sure what I mean. Let's do an example. Here's the test. In my back pockets, I usually have my phone and my wallet. What is in my back pocket right now? Anyone? Sharon?
Your wallet.
Right? That will be a logical conclusion. Technically speaking, the dog cannot answer that question because he doesn't see a wallet. He only sees a phone. So therefore, the answer is, I don't know what's in your back pocket. I don't care what's in your back pocket. I don't even know that the back pocket exists if I don't see it, if I don't smell it. Now, that is a logic thinking. Now, what if I sit in front of my dog and I grab in my back pocket 10 times and I give him a treat and then I ask him the questions, what do you think is in my back pocket? Treat. Treat. What else would be in the back pocket? Because he has an episodic memory. 10 episodes of that movie start with a certain sound and the dog knows by the end of that which movie it is. In that case, me reaching to my back pocket, the dog expects a treat. That's not the logic. That's a logical conclusion. Not really. That's an episodic memory. The dog sees that repetition all over again. So let's project that to the guy who comes into your house and is disrespectful of your dog. These guys have a pattern. Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? Oh yeah, the dog. Hi, buddy. There is no relationship building in that incident. Things happen too quick. The dog doesn't like those kind of people who just come in and don't pay attention or try to communicate with me. They don't respect my signals. So I see those patterns usually with people who are very confident about their training skills and their dog skills. Oh, I grew up with dogs all my life. Oh, I have used hundreds of dogs. Oh, I'm a dog trainer. Or, my dogs just love me. Those people usually get hurt. Why is that? Because they're coming into confident and have to deal with a confident dog or an insecure dog who feels invaded in his space. And the same thing the truck drivers do. The truck driver doesn't really care about your dog unless he's not loose in the yard. He just comes in, does his job, walks away. So those kind of relationships are really, really problematic. So how do we teach the dog to not nip at people? How do we teach the dog not to attack these trucks? It's kind of like a broad answer, so I kind of narrow it down a little bit. We have to help the dog change his episodic memory, what to expect if a guy comes at the door, if a person comes to the door. What happens if that starts? If that trigger kicks in, what should the dog expect in the background? And that from that part, we have to start reinforcing the dog to start building step by step this episode. How will this end by the end of that story? Person knocks at the door, what do I expect? Oh, my mom tells me to go to her bed and I have to wait until she opens the door, and then when she feels it's safe, I will come up and meet that person. So I have a reference point. I have my reference point, my guardian, who helps me understand what the situation is if I don't make any sense of it. Punishing, trying to correct your dog only creates the problem, make it bigger. Because not only that guy makes my mom being weird about it, actually my mom gets upset about it, obviously for the same reason I'm upset. So the dog basically will redirect your aggression towards the person that he feels you are aggressive about. While we try to control the dog thinks the reason why we are so weird, because that's obviously is a dangerous thing to happen. And you're like, oh my God, my dog is a mess. And the dog doesn't get it. And it says, oh, I get it. Mom, I help you. No. See, I knew you're scared of him. I'm going to take him down right now. All of a sudden, the whole emotional miscommunication can do a huge damage. And either you lose your dog, your home, or your friendship. That's why you really need support and help to start building a proper assessment plan, understanding what exactly your dog is struggling with. Is it a PTSD response? Is it a behavior pattern? Is it a functional behavior? Is it a behavior the dog has no clue? Is something he checked by the other guys? You remember that small dog who's yappy all over the place and he's so cute. He's defending himself, right? But we don't see that this guy is telling lies to your dog. Like, oh, we got to get killed. And your dog wants to help him survive. But this guy who's attacking us in the home, the first response to a dog, to a guardian brain, is protection and guarding first. Then he uses his brain, because you don't take any risk. If somebody yells at your house at midnight, get out, there's a fire going on. What do? Question that person? Of course, you're going to run out first and then ask the questions later. On your way out, you grab your kids, your dogs, and your possessions just to get out of there, just in case. So your dog struggles with the same thing. First response is protection and guarding, and second is try to figure out why things are happening. So we need to change the dog's default, what to feel about things that are happening, and we should be able to associate those things with good experiences. And if the dog already has a trauma with those things, we need to help him feel safe in his house and not invaded all the time. I just had a conversation with a client of mine who had a trainer coming into their house as a stranger because the dog was reactive to strangers, and with this wrong approach made things worse. Now the dog doesn't trust anyone coming into the house that his owner let in. Oops.
So sad.
Yeah, unfortunately. Does this answer the question, you think, Steve?
Yes, I think it does. Nice. Yeah. Remember, I warned Judy if I see something cute. I do not. And I'll tell you, the other dog over here, it's hard not bringing her up, but we want Ashley to be able to introduce her properly. Roman, that was the question for the day.
Good.
All right. And how's your schedule looking? You going to stay with us?
I kind of sort of be
Okay.
watching silently from the background.
Okay, then you want to wait in the green room?
I will wait in the green room.
Okay.
If I see any comment
And-
that anybody has any questions, I may check in with you guys.
Now, here's one that has a few questions in the comments, so you might be
ahead.
able to read those from the green room.
Yes, I don't see the comments. How about you ask the questions right there when they're happening? Oh, lots of questions happen here. What happened?
Yeah.
So pull them up.
Well, I mean, we don't want to run out of time for Mishka either. Okay.
And Ollie.
And
Okay.
yeah, we still got Ollie too.
Just one, and have Ollie adopted. Okay, New Jersey. I have a few questions for you all. I rescued a dog, a 2 to 3 year old, 3 weeks ago. Okay, my daughter fell in love with him, and she rescued a 30-month-old, 2-week-old.
It looks like we have two dogs now.
Right?
Yeah.
A 30-month-old 2 weeks ago. They are both amazing dogs, and we love them. They are both males, and they are okay together sometimes, but mine shows aggression towards him sometimes. He also seems to like he is showing male aggression towards others when we are out walking. And second, my daughter's dog, have major separation anxiety. I cannot read the rest of it.
There isn't anymore. I think she ran out of room.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's what I usually see with people. We have to be very careful how we interpret behaviors and how they play with. We see a dog being super happy about stuff and like, oh, they're so cute, they're playing with each other. But in fact, slowly, we have things accumulating, which is stressors. So the resident dog has to deal with a newcomer dog who has basically no social skills, and always a question, how did this dog end up in rescue? What happened? What is his background?
Mm-hmm.
What is his education? How are the social skills? Does he actually recognize when it's enough and he has to back away? And so if we don't have proper parenting skills, we don't see those stresses accumulating. And at some point, your resident dog expects you or your daughter to deal with it because it's not his thing. And as I mentioned at some point before in our previous sessions, that, dogs are not born parents and are not born educators. So in that case, your dog is not programmed to deal with a weird thing like that. Usually in a free environment, the dog will literally walk away from it. But now he's trapped in the house and it's a forced relationship. Yes, they play with each other because there's nothing else to play with. So it becomes a functional relationship. But at the end, if somebody doesn't stop, if I tell him to stop, I'm going to the next level. It says, dude, stop doing that to me, right? And then we have a fight. And unfortunately, those dogs who are trained to fight with each other, because that's what they do in the rough house, they know their weak spots, and it will escalate in less than a second if you don't see it coming. So I would say the first thing to play with is start regulating excitement. Excitement and engagement control. How much excitement do I put in the game how conscious I am, what my body does with my brain connected, and how my other partner responds to that. If I see as a parent that that is not regulated, I have to intervene the moment the first sign of displacement happens. The dog tries, the resident dog, for example, tries to walk away. The resident dog tries to paw him down. The resident dog tries to avoid him. The resident dog shakes him off. That was signals where you have to intervene and call this you guy off and says, hey, how about you kind of chill out a little bit, rest for 20, 30 minutes, and then if I feel you're calmer, then we can go outside and play with our friends. And how about, as a parent, take your little dog outside, work with him a little bit, get his emotional pressure off, since your dog is still in, you know, getting in his home settled. So he's trying everything that he comes up with to try to, you know, express himself. Start to put some upper limits. Upper limit means this is how high you can go before I intervene. This is what I appreciate and this is what I don't appreciate. So narrow down how much room your dog has to, you know, be out of control. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
The other half of that
adopted.
question said if they even stop petting him, then he destroys something.
That was the dog with separation anxiety, right?
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
one with the
Well,
separation anxiety.
Yeah. So separation anxiety, I think I have a whole document. Maybe at some point you can share it. I have it in my Facebook group about different types of separation, different
Right.
roots of separation anxiety. We have 7 roots of separation anxiety. And I know many people give a bulk description of separation anxiety. Separation anxiety is not if your dog destroys things. Separation anxiety if your dog has anxiety of you leaving. And sometimes it's genetic to predisposition, which is a breed trait of the Pyrenees, because his job is to be with the family and be attentive on things. And then we have a newcomer coming in, and then we can be competitive. It could be also trauma related. And sometimes the dog wants your attention because he believes without your attention he's going to die. So we have insecure attachment relationships that play in the game.
And
So-
they've only had the dog for 2 weeks.
They've
Exactly.
right, and he came from a shelter, and
Right.
he's only 13 weeks, was he 13 months old?
30
Or
weeks.
13 weeks
30
old.
months. 30 months.
13
3 weeks.
months.
13 months old.
So I'm
Um,
happy to help you guys out with that. Maybe you want to message me, let me know that you are the person who did the show on, because I definitely feel you need help because you don't want that thing to fail. It's a very
No.
narrow time. You have like 2 weeks left until that process closes up.
This is
Yep.
Roman's email scrolling across the bottom.
Yep.
So
Yes.
wow.
So Noreen, reach out to Roman and let's get you guys, let's get the help that you guys need.
Yes. Because that can get a little in depth. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, it's a complex behavior, and we have to
It is.
address that before it escalates to a dogfight. You don't want to be in between.
That's right.
Right.
Absolutely. So, but good questions though. They're great questions.
I love the questions. Yeah,
So do I. So all right.
good. Let's get
Roman.
some dogs adopted.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Roman.
I'm going to send you down to the green room, and we're going to not waste any more time. Rachel, I hope you're ready because, hi, everybody. You remember Ollie?
Hi, Rachel.
There he is.
Yeah. Wow, there he is. Well, okay.
He enjoys himself on that seat. It's got a good view of everything.
I see that.
It
My
looks
husband
perfect
has
for
plants
him.
in the backyard in the hot tub, so we can keep an eye on the hot tub, keep an eye on the neighbors. Make sure everyone's going.
For those that don't remember Ollie, he's the one that demonstrated the snuffle mat a few weeks ago.
Yes.
It's right here.
Yep.
All right. All right. So this time we're going to feature him, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah. So let's see.
You have the floor.
Oh, look at him. He's looking perfectly.
Oh, he is. And here he comes. There he is.
So this right here is 2 Kong Genius like slow feeders that I've attached them together. They attach, and they on these little X's you can like attach more together. There's this X and that one, and he's ready to go. I have some things in here that he really wants, but it helps him to slow down his eating, and he has a sensitive stomach, so if he overindulges, he might be a little upset for a day or two. So I try to slow him down by using the snuffle mat, by using this contraption. He'll happily stay in the crate for like an hour with this Kong.
That's awesome. Now, do you feed him on the snuffle mat, or does he have a bowl he eats out of?
No, he has a bowl, but
Okay.
this is like I'll give you a little bit of a snack because he needed some groceries when I got him. He was a little bit thin. So I was just giving him like his meals sporadically throughout the day. Like, he'll have like a major meal and then like a little bit of a snack here, a snack there, just like slowly build him up without upsetting his stomach. And now he's at a really great weight for his structure. So the vet doesn't want him going over what he is now. And he's a really nice lean type right now. So
How much does he weigh, Rachel?
last I looked, I think he's 85. He's under 90. And
So he's on the smaller side.
yeah, the vet doesn't want him going higher than 90.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to help him with his muscle building and we did have
He is
concern-
absolutely handsome.
Yeah. We did have a concern with his hips at first, but he just needed time to grow and build the muscle, and he's doing far better than he was before.
Okay.
Good.
That is amazing. That's awesome.
I love that what did you call it? The thing he has right now?
So I had to look it up because I couldn't remember the name of it, but it's made by Kong, and
Okay.
I think the model is called a Genius.
Okay.
And then you can like just buy a ton of them, just connect them all together and create this long
Wow.
like tube system, and he'll just do this the rest of the time. So he's just trying to get it out.
He seems so mellow.
Yeah. We just actually had a delivery, so it was funny that Roman was talking about that. But yeah, exactly. It's like he hears the truck, he knows the sound of the truck. He'll go charging to the door, barks, and then the guy goes away, and he doesn't see that the package was left there. I was like, that's exactly it.
So he chased the guy away, and his reward was the guy left.
There he goes, and then off down the road he goes. So yeah, he's very familiar with picking out the truck sounds, and he knows right away.
That's
He's like, there they are.
And I think it's funny. My dogs know the difference between the delivery guy truck, my daughter's boyfriend's truck, our cars. Like they know. Like if my husband's car pulls in the driveway, they don't bark. They just go stand at the door and wait for him to come in.
Yes, yeah.
But if somebody that they don't like, they can pick up the difference in car sounds. I think that's so crazy.
Yeah, it was really funny to me because I had to bring him with me to we have a Subaru, which is great because where we are with all the snow. So we had to take the car to the dealership, and we're at the Subaru dealer, and he's with me hanging out inside the waiting area, which they allow dogs if anyone doesn't know.
I have a Subaru too, and my dogs have went with me multiple times.
Yeah. And so it was unfair to him because all of these people with their Subarus coming in, he was like, "Is that Daddy? Is that him?" So it was so
all right. Ollie looks like the perfect dog, is he?
He has still a very young mind. I'm just going to spin you around here for a minute. Here he is, just enjoying himself, having a good time.
He's saying, "What are you doing? This is a secret."
He has gorgeous eyes.
He really does. So he's a big puppy. He just has that puppy mentality in his big boy body. And he's just so young and sweet and energetic and loves to play. I've not yet until him had a Pyr that enjoys playing with toys and balls. We throw a rope toy around. He's got a favorite ducky. I've never had to buy so many toys before other than like chewing things. So he's a sweet puppy.
And it keeps him busy.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And my other dog too,
and he doesn't get bored.
But I had to lock her away for this because she would have eaten all this for him. So he's like, "Why did you lock her up?"
So he gets along with other dogs.
He does. I actually wanted to test him with
just some other dogs in general of people that we know. Because when we first got him, he was just like, hey, I love all dogs. But now that he's settled into our family, he's really associating his family circle and starting to get more protective of other people who might be walking by with another dog that, you know, isn't in our circle. So, and also too, so when I got him here, he was about 18 months old, and now he just turned 2. So when Pyrs turn 2, that's about when they get, you know, a lot of the true guardian sensibilities and,
Right.
you know, a lot of maturity comes out. And so he has changed a bit and has shown us like a lot more of his Pyr guardian skills. And so he's less playful with others, I think, but I haven't really tested him too much because there's not too many people. A lot of people are intimidated by his size. So a lot of people are like, I don't think I'm gonna let my dog play with your dog.
Do you have
No.
Rachel? Do you have cats?
I do. I have one cat. He adores her. She's 15. He wants to play with her, and she just tells him no. And then he'll just sit there sulking next to her, which is in his profile. There's a picture of him just sitting with her because he wanted to play with her, and she said no.
Wow.
He was like, fine, and sat down.
All right.
That's so cute.
So, and he's excellent with kids. My kids play with him. They, you know, we taught our kids how to appropriate play with large dogs because you don't want to tease the dog. The thing I say to them is if he has a bone, leave him alone. And they appreciate the rhyme of that. And so they repeat it a lot because they're young. They're 7 and 4. I have 4-year-old twins. So they're into rhyming and, you know, what can we do to rhyme other things with Ollie? Like, you know,
That's awesome.
so they really learned how to, you know, appropriately interact with larger dogs and what that means.
NationalPyr.org he's available for adoption too. He's ready to go, isn't he?
He is. He's over here just enjoying his Kong toy.
And
He is absolutely adorable.
He needs a good adopter. NationalPyr.org. That's where you go. Fill out the application for Ollie. All right. And just a second, I'll put his banner back up. There we go. So I mean, this is really cool.
Yeah. And I love the toys, all those things, the snuffle mats, the slow feeders, you know, they're just great enrichment toys for the dogs. They really do kind of help keep their mind busy and, you know, they're just great activities for them.
I see myself looking under the, so you don't want me to foster a dog, right? Look at him. It's just keeps him totally content. Well, almost content. He wants that.
Yeah, we definitely try to keep his mind busy to get to the happy tired dog phase.
Okay.
Well, and he enjoys playing with our girly who tires him out. And
yeah, I'm going to bring Noelle up for a second.
But I think it's important because so many times people will say, oh, you need to make them tired. And people automatically think physically tired, you know, like walking and running. But we all know that, you know, there's mental tiredness too. Like you want to activate their brain and get them both mentally and physically, you know, I don't want to say tired, but you want to exercise both of those things.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely a puzzle dog. He loves solving puzzles, whether I made it or he created one. Yeah. Like if he gets like even the tiniest bit of treat stuck under like, you know, the table or something, he's like, what can I do to get this out? So he'll try his hardest, focus on this tiny little thing, and he'll just work at it. And he loves puzzles and he's got a really good sniffer. So he's very, I would say he would be good at tracking. I had one of my other peers, which I don't know if a lot of people consider that, but it just as like a side fun time with your dog. My Pyrenees who passed away was excellent at tracking, like an actual tracking class, and you know, just recreational finding trails and creating trails, and it's a whole sport in itself. So he was excellent at it. And I feel like Ollie would be
really good at it too.
How fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Okay. It looked like when I brought Noel up, Ollie picked his toy up and left.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
wow,
I love that.
nationalbeer.org, you can apply to adopt Ollie. And he's in New York, and I bet you there's transport available to most areas. And let's get him a home. Let's get him a forever home. So
And he is so adorable. I just,
he is. He
I
is.
love
really
it.
is. And I did want to reiterate, I know we mentioned in the past fencing. He really needs a fencing that's impossible to climb. He's an excellent climber.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah, so he can't have any footholds or handholds on the fencing. So he's gotten used to our house inside. We used baby gates at first until he discovered how to jump over those. So it wasn't really a problem because he got along with, our dog and our cat. So, we're like, well, I guess we can't contain you inside. So
he's going to need a privacy fence that doesn't have nailer boards.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And those PVC privacy fences, they don't have footholds. So
Right. That's exactly what I have is a vinyl tall. Mine's about 5. It's a little over 5 foot tall. He hasn't jumped it yet. But I imagine, now that we've gotten snow, that's another important thing is that once you start to get snow building up, it makes your fence shorter. So
Yeah.
Try
so
still?
we're going to be careful with that too. So.
Is he still interested in getting out?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever my neighbor comes out into his driveway, he's like, "Why are you near my house?" So,
All right, so we'll have to change his name to Little Stinker.
yeah. And I think now it's become less of a protective thing for the neighbor and more of a "Why haven't you talked to me yet?" kind of thing. But it's also like,
It's changing over. Good.
yeah.
Okay. Rachel, thank you for coming on. And
See, I'm going to bring you over to Ollie. He jumped down again.
did he?
Here,
Nice
let's go.
man.
Here, Ollie.
Oh, hi, boy. Hi, Ollie.
He went under the
Wow,
couch.
look at that. He's bringing his toy out of his hiding place.
Yep.
What a good-looking dog you have there, Rachel.
Yeah, he's handsome. And he just went to the groomer yesterday.
Can you tell us again what you put inside there?
This is just his kibble that he eats. It's
Wow.
just his food. It's not anything fancy.
Wow.
This is just his normal food. It's a little afternoon snack so that he can
Okay.
he has a sensitive tummy, so I just feed him a little bit throughout the day.
Awesome. All right,
I love
Rachel,
it.
we have to move on. And thank you. You're more than welcome to watch a show from the green room because it's going to get very interesting now.
You
Okay.
stinker. Now he's on the couch. He's not supposed to be, but
Well, they're not supposed to be, no. So.
It's all right.
All right, Rachel. Now, if I see something cute, just like I told you the last time, you're coming back up.
sounds good. Thanks so
All
much,
right.
guys.
All righty. Bye now. Okay. Hey, look who just got big.
I know. I wanted to say there was somebody who said she was having trouble finding the sink mats. So I know that some people have had luck finding them at the dollar store. I got mine from Amazon. The one I bought is actually currently unavailable right now because I was going to post the link, but I'll see if I can find a similar one and post it on there for you.
Bonnie just found them on Amazon.
They might be back in stock now.
That could
but
be
if
the whole snuffle mat too.
Yeah. But if I find the sink mat, I'll post it under there for you, Carrie,
That's perfect.
after the show.
So now we want to make sure we get our next guest on. So I don't know how let's keep going.
Okay. So are we bringing up Ashley?
Oh, we're going to do Ashley next?
It's up to you.
Yeah. This dog's been very patient. You want to do that?
Yes. Yep. let's do
Okay.
that.
Ashley, you're coming up. I hope you're dressed or hope you're ready. I mean, or whatever it is. Everybody, I want you to say hi again to Ashley of Great Pyrenees Rescue of Montana, except she's not in Montana.
She's in Utah, right?
Yeah. And she froze.
Oh, not completely.
Not completely. Utah doesn't have the greatest signals up there.
Focus this on me
Yeah.
a little bit. Just hold
There
it
we
up so they
go.
can see me.
That's better.
Oh, who do you have there, Ashley?
Hi.
Oh no,
Oh no, we're losing you a little bit. Sharon, I'm going to take you down and see
that's
if that
fine.
helps. Okay. All right, Ashley. Let's see if just me and you can do this. No, we're freezing up. Anyway, folks, that is Misha. And she looks awful Akbashi
Do
to
I have
me.
you now?
Okay, now I hear you.
This is Misha. Yes, she does. I think she kind of has the heart nose.
Okay. Now, what about do you have an update on Bear? You remember Bear?
Yes, I do. So Bear got his poor little toe amputated 10 days ago, 11 days ago. And because of us continually posting him and all the information out there about him, he found the most wonderful home. He's at a guest ranch in Kanab, which is a high mountain desert place in southern Utah. They back up to Grand Staircase, Escalante, and he has a little pack of female dogs he gets to watch over.
That's awesome. So he's got his home.
Yeah. He has
And
his
and
home. Yep.
that's amazing. All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this girl? You were breaking up a little bit, so why don't you start again?
Okay, so this is Misha. She came to us as an owner surrender, I think on February 7th or 8th. We were told she had a little bit of resource guarding, but no big deal. And come to find out, she has a lot more than that. She came in terrified. She's still pretty afraid of pretty much everyone but Jen and myself. She was always in a muzzle. Always with a pinch collar. Her reaction to being terrified is more fight than flight. I mean, Jen could elaborate on that, but in the 2 weeks that we've had her working consistently every day, I mean, she's now, stop doing that, you're on camera.
I have a video. You want me to play that video now?
Yeah, that was such a huge breakthrough. Just her relaxing. I don't think she's ever been without her muzzle. I don't think she's ever been without complete restraint and just playing and bucking and having fun.
Can you see that, Ashley? She's running around in the snow.
Yeah, I can.
And her,
yes.
right. Your camera person can see it.
Yes, they can.
So do you want to tell us what you did the first day you met her or the first time you met her? You told me and I was just flabbergasted.
Yeah, I'll try not to cry. So the nurse dropped her off here and brought her to the door, and they came in first, which seemed odd to me. They didn't bring her in for quite a while. They filled out their surrender paperwork and gave us her vet records and everything. And when they brought her in from the car, I did what I always do and was like, "Hi, sweetheart, welcome." And she looked at me like I was a green-eyed monster and gonna kill her. She peed, she shook, she had that big moon eye, and she was on trazodone with a cage muzzle and a pinch collar and just couldn't deal at all.
So basically, when she met you, you scared her so much just by your appearance being a stranger that she peed herself.
Yes, that's what happened. Yep. And none of them have ever reacted like that to me. I was shocked and I was sad. The girls that dropped her off, I just thought, how did this get to this point? I mean, this is a happy place. I had treats in my hand. I was welcoming her like I always do, and she did not react well to it at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something. I'm going to bring Sharon back up and I'm going to put myself down in case Sharon has questions, okay? Because Sharon's always very good at this. All right?
Okay.
And I'll bring me
Well, I
down.
have Jen.
Oh, sorry, Ashley. What'd you say?
I was just gonna say I have the owner of the kennel who is the head trainer here also, who has been helping Misha and helping me be with Misha and even get her. I couldn't get near her. No one could get near her. I couldn't pet her. I couldn't love her. I couldn't do anything. And now she's really good with me and good with Jen. But all very, very, very good people.
Okay, so Sharon had to, somebody came to the door probably, or worse yet, probably drove by. But but now it looks like Misha kind of likes you.
She does like me. She likes me.
So she's not available for adoption yet, is she?
No, in fact, I think, I mean, Jen could speak more accurately to this, but I think she's kind of a long process, to be honest. I mean, she's making great strides, but still she's really afraid of people. So we're just trying to, walk her around the community and have her in here in the office where people are coming and going and no one's bothering her and she's, figuring out that we're not terrible. We're not monsters and she's going to be okay and dealing with it in a better way than trying to eat everyone.
Yeah, well, with what I saw in this video right here, I mean, she's turned a corner with you. Absolutely. I mean, this is a happy video.
Yeah, but I can't have her. So she
well, I
has to be
understand
like that.
But what I'm getting at is she can do this. And I think I've never seen you give up yet.
No, that's true. That is true. And I mean, it will be the best day of my life when I hand her to someone that she can just go off and be okay in the world, not be afraid and not think that everything's going to get her.
And that's what you're working on hard, because you're working on socialization and everything, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. We did find out today, though, that she's probably not going to be a good candidate to have cats, but maybe we can work through that too.
Now, I didn't hear what you had said when I initially said she looked a little Akbashi. Does she look like an Akbash in real life?
Yes, she does, but she has kind of a hard nose too. I think maybe lab.
No,
yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
Oh, boy, she raised those eyes up when you said lab. She didn't like that none.
Did you get the bad line?
Ashley, wow, that's amazing. Thank you very, very much for coming on here and where you can, probably follow. Now, do you post on the Montana page any updates on him?
I haven't started posting her yet, but I am documenting her story from day one. And I will start doing that now that we have introduced her through you guys.
Yeah. Well, Tina made a comment here. You can't see it, so I'll read it to you. I think you may know her. She says, we don't know what we would do without Jen and Ashley.
Aww.
I thought that was a nice comment. And now our own Julia out here in Ohio says, yay for Bear.
Yay for Bear. I know.
Yay for
God.
Bear. So
he got the best home. He hit the jackpot.
Yeah. But so National Pyr Rescue Montana. Well, for you folks in Montana, probably where you're watching the show from is where you can keep up with Misha. Boy, that's a good looking girl. Look how comfortable she's going back to sleep, isn't she?
She I think she really likes people in her heart, or likes her person. And apparently I've become that because she's chill around me. She's just like, all right, we're hanging.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Hopefully you will come back like you have today to give us an update.
Yes, of course.
You're going to have to be the spokesperson for Great Pyrenees Rescue of Montana.
do it.
You do a good job. So I'm going to run you back down to the green room. Now, we've got some very important information coming up by Sharon, and we want to get to it without running into overtime. So, so you're more than welcome to watch it. Anything you would like to add before I before I take you into the green room?
Nope, but I'm excited about having your own email and love the new logo. And thank you again, you guys, for having
Why,
us on.
thank you. Thank you for coming on and letting us know that there's more out there than just what's right here. Okay. And you're part of a big village that we are blessed to be able to have nationwide. Okay. And we're saving these dogs. So, all right, Ashley, I'm going to bring Sharon back up, and you have a great day.
Okay.
And if I see something cute, well, that is cute. All right. Okay, I'm going to take you back down there. Wow. Isn't that a good looking dog? You're muted, Sharon.
Sorry.
That's
Dogs, we had a delivery, so they did their job and chased the delivery guy away.
Okay. Well, I figure something like that.
Yep.
So, Rachel, we wouldn't have had it any other way.
Yeah, we love having Ollie on. Thanks for being on the show. We enjoy him very much.
Yeah, and Great Pyrenees Rescue of Montana wants to make sure that Rebecca. Rebecca, I don't know, but I've talked with. We know Ashley, but it takes a village. It does.
It sure does.
And it's just the dogs aren't just here in Ohio and in Tennessee. These dogs are nationwide. Okay, and we're lucky that we can have this type of village. Anyway,
yes.
So Sharon, you're up finally.
I think we're out of time. We only have 3 minutes left, and I
we'll cover this next week.
Yes, I think we're gonna have to move it to next week.
Okay, so let's. Yeah, you're right. Well, then let's go through the comments and take a look at things.
Well, and I think we can recap. So we have Noelle, who is being fostered with Judy. She was the first dog in one of our neediest cases. She's going to need the double TPLO surgery.
Yes,
and she is scheduled in March. So if you care to go out to the neediest cases, you can read about her. And we can definitely use donations for her. They are estimating her surgery to be about $6,000, possibly a little bit more, just kind of depending on how things go. So we could certainly use donations to help support Noelle. And she is just adorable. So she's laying, I'm tilting my head to the side a little bit. She's laying in her crate there. So there we've got sweet little Noelle, who tired out from her big debut on the broadcast.
Yeah.
And hopefully, after her surgery, Judy, we can have you guys back on and do a good update.
Or maybe I can go there and do a show. I'm only about an hour or so away from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anybody votes for that, just raise your hand. I say that because I can't see it.
And then we had Ollie, who is being fostered in New York. And Ollie is just all kinds of adorable as well.
And Ollie does very well at demonstrating interactive things.
Yes, he does. He is.
He's
part of me part of me wonders if he might not have a little. Aussies and border collies and some of those dogs are kind of known for loving puzzles, and he just really seems to love them, doesn't he? But I say that, and my Mabel absolutely loves stuff like that. She loves her snuffle mat. She loves the puzzle toys.
Your weather's getting ready to break, so we'll be able to do some shows from yours too.
Yep, we'll be able to see that. And Ollie is just gorgeous and adorable, and needs good privacy fencing without the nail boards across, because he can get a paw hold there and go over. So he needs a good fence.
Yeah.
And then we had Ashley, who let us know that Bear got adopted. Yay! So excited for him. And then has Misha, and how far she's come.
Oh, absolutely. I like this comment. These guys are like Lay's chips. It's hard to stop at just one.
Yep, I always say they're like a Pringle.
Yep, same thing.
Yep, or a French
Oh
fry.
my, hold on here.
Oh, so Bears Adopters on here. I
How
love
about
it.
that?
Yeah, wonderful. Oh gosh, Stephanie, give him a big hug for us because he was just so adorable when he was on. We just wanted to cuddle him.
He was so mellow. And I remember, I'll never forget what Ashley had said. I said, Ashley, if I see him doing something cute, you're coming back up. And she said, that is cute. Remember that?
Yep, I do. So cute.
Absolutely. And then I saw him move, so I hurried up and brought him back up because he actually moved, and he walked away. So.
Oh, and Stephanie said he's the best cuddler. He looked like a wonderful cuddler.
He does. Boy, Stephanie, thanks so much for coming on.
And thanks so much for adopting him.
Yeah. That's just simply amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So then next week, what are we going to be covering? We're going to do that earlier in the show. What do you think?
Yeah, so next week we'll be talking about the SDMA. It is, in my opinion, one of the most important tests that you can, get for your dog. And we just want to talk a little bit more about it and what it's used for, and so we'll be talking about that. And we've got some other exciting things on for next week as well. So.
Oh, absolutely! You're darn
Yep.
tootin' we do. We got a big update. We're gonna have Lenny back on.
Yeah.
Remember Lenny? The love for Lenny. Where's my T-shirt? It's hanging up.
Yeah, and the virtual 5K ends tomorrow, so make sure that you've got your miles in. I've got mine in, walking up and down through the snow, back and forth with all the dogs. Be really glad when that helps some.
The Great Pyrenees Rescue Montana, thanks Stephanie. They think that they were so lucky to find her for Bear, and we love that. Okay,
yep,
we
absolutely.
really, really love stuff like this, and that's what this is all about. Now, as you can see, Bear got adopted, and now Ashley was able to go get Misha.
And there's little Meg.
There's Meg right there. And
I think we're gonna have to plan a Kentucky 6 reunion show.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
I think that would be really fun.
That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it?
It would.
Judy, how old is Meg now?
What is she? 4?
Okay.
3.
Wow.
I don't know.
They were just babies when we got them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was right when I first started volunteering, is when they came in.
Yeah.
That was that Christmas.
Now, is
So
Meg
was that 3
taking
years
care
ago?
of, does Meg check in on Noelle quite often?
She pays some attention to her. Now I'm noticing that Archie, she is getting, Noelle might be getting a little bit jealous of Archie. She kind of reared up at him twice today. That's the first time that's happened.
Okay. What'd she do?
She kind of went to snap at him
Oh, really?
because I was petting her
Well-
and he came by. I think it's a jealousy thing. I'll have to watch it.
Here's the thing about that. You got to remember something too. A dog in pain will do things that they typically won't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't matter how much gabapentin they have. Well, it does matter, but we just don't want to take any of this to heart. All right. Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
We're not. We're just.
All right.
I have to not be petting too much on either one and the other one's presence. I think it's just,
Right. But she sure is one cute little dog.
She sure is.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, and you saw what Melissa said. She loves Meg's face.
I know.
She looks so much like a rainbow.
Yeah. Meg, for those that don't know the Kentucky 6, we were told they were 50% Great Pyrenees and 50% Maremma Sheepdog.
Yep.
So we had 3 short coated, double coated ones, and we had 3 long coated, double coated ones. And
Yep.
I had Meg tested, and she was 25% Maremma and
25%.
Yeah, and 75 Pyrenees.
Huh. So
Which
that
I was surprised.
yeah. So imagine that a breeder didn't know what he had.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, and it depends on what genetics are passed on too.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so in that litter you might have some that were a little more Maremma and some that test maybe a little more Pyr,
Yeah,
if
I
I
think
understand
so.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Some of them they didn't all look alike.
Yeah.
So nationalpyr.org, you go out to the neediest cases and you can donate for Noelle and surgeries March 26th, and they're doing both of her knees at the same time. I think we can answer this pretty unanimously. It would be Embark.
Yep.
They can also do that genetic thing where it give you an idea if they have any genetic medical on certain things down the road. So
I've also used Wisdom Panel, and I like Wisdom Panel as well. And Wisdom Panel can also do the genetic health markers. So I would say either Embark or Wisdom Panel, but I think Embark I know has had good customer service.
Now, I'm glad Julia's still on.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I read somewhere somebody had posted on Facebook, and it's got to be true. It was on Facebook that Embark had a larger database than Wisdom Panel.
As far as the dog breeds,
Yes. I don't know. I don't know that.
I am not sure. I know at one point that was true. I don't know if that's true anymore.
Well, they thrive and they still go. And I think somebody had told me that Embark was working on profiling the Akbash.
I told you that. Yeah, I actually read that on the Embark's website.
Okay, she read that on Embark's website. All right, everybody, it's time for us to call it a day. We just been chit-chatting afterwards, and we had a lot of fun today. And I'm sorry we missed out on the SDMA test, but we will get that early next week, okay? And so until then, nationalpyr.org and Great Pyrenees MT at rescuegroups.org. And don't forget Lenny's, and that's Great Pyrs and Paws Rescue.org. And there you go. We have it. Bye, everybody.